Okay, this is section 7.2, number 23, and we want to find the area between these two curves. Y squared minus 4x equals 4, and 4x minus y equals 16. So what we can do is, because we've got the y squared here, we can try to get it in terms of x, and that might be an easy way to go at it. So first of all, I'll solve both of these for x. So the first thing I'll do is I'll just get the x's on the right. So I'll get y squared equals 4x plus 4. And then I'll divide through by the 4, so I get 1/4 y squared equals x plus 1. And then I'll subtract 1 from both sides, so I'll get 1/4 y squared minus 1 equals x. So that's one value. And then for the other one, again, to solve for x, I'll just add y to both sides. So I get 4x equals y plus 16, divide both sides by 4. So x equals, again, 1/4 y. And that's going to be plus 4 divided by 4. Now this is a line. This is a parabola. And I graphed these, and I graphed them already to save a little bit of time. Now you can see that this is going to be, well, I think you can see the equations over here, even though they're in pencil. Okay, you can see that this is going to be 1/4 y squared minus 1, so that's going to be open to the right but shifted 1 to the left. It's going to be a flat parabola because it's 1/4, so it looks like this. And this is my straight line. Now I actually solved it for y because it's a little bit easier to graph it in terms of y equals 4x minus 16. So the intercept is way down here at negative 16, and the slope is 4, so this is quite to scale. But you can see we have a line and a parabola, and we want to find this area here. And I can use the line as the right curve and the parabola as the left curve, and I can integrate with respect to y. I just have to find out where my intersections are. So we'll go back over here so it's a little bit easier to see. So in order to find out where they intersect, I just set them equal to each other because this equals x, so I can just say that 1/4 y squared minus 1 equals 1/4 y plus 4. And I can get everything on the left. So I have 1/4 y squared minus 1/4 y. And if I subtract 4, I get negative 5. Equals 0. I can multiply everything by 4. So I'll end up with y squared minus y minus 20 equals 0. And I can factor this. Let me do it over here. And the signs are different. Sign large is negative, negative, positive. 5 and 4, so y equals 5. And y equals negative 4, so those are my intercepts. So if we go back and look at our sketch, this is your negative 4, and this is your 5. So I'm going to be integrating from negative 4 to 5, these little horizontal rectangles, like this. They'll be going up like this, from negative 4 to 5. Okay? My negative 4 should go down here a little more, sorry about that. This is your negative 4 down here. Okay, so I'm going to integrate from negative 4 all the way up to 5. That's how I set it up, so. And we don't have any symmetry, so we have to do it straight out. So the area will equal the integral from negative 4 to 5. And then my right curve was a line. Remember, this is my right curve here. My left curve was a parabola. So the line was 1/4 y plus 4, and that's your right curve, minus the left curve, which was the parabola, y squared over 4 minus 1, and that's all with respect to y dy. So we can simplify that. We can combine our terms. We have negative y squared over 4, positive y over 4, and then 4 and negative is positive, so plus 1 is 5. That's all dy. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of work to do because we don't have any zeros here, so we're about ready to take the antiderivatives. So area equals, and we're going to evaluate this antiderivative, and this is going to be negative y cubed, and over 3 times 4 is 12, plus y squared over 2 times 4 is 8, plus 5y. That's going to be from negative 4 to 5. And we'll go to work on this. So, and you can use your calculator to kind of work with some of your numbers. Okay, but negative, if I put this all over, if I put 5 in here, 5 cubed is 125 over 12, plus 5 squared is 25 over 8, and then plus 5 times 5 is 25, minus, remember this is our fundamental theorem of calculus, f of b minus f of a. There's your f of b. Here's your f of a coming up. And we put negative 4 in here, so we put a negative 4 in, and negative would be a negative, so 4 cubed is 64, so we got 64 over 12, plus 16 over 8. 4 squared is 16 over 8. Or negative 4 squared is 16 over 8. And 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. So I could be able to do this arithmetic. This is basic. All right. And then we can put these all over 24 here. I just leave the 25 though. I'll remove the parentheses, so I have 250, negative 250 over 24 plus 75 over 24 plus 25, and then I did these also over 24, so minus 128 over 24, and then negative 48, 3 times 8, 3 times 16, 48 over 24, and plus 20. So I just added up my whole numbers, and then I combined all these 24s. So 25 plus 20 is 45, so area equals 45. Minus, and if I took 75 minus 250 minus 128 minus 48, and I kind of wimped out and did that on my calculator, I got negative 351 over 24, and that equals 45 minus, and then if I divided this out, I got 14 and 5/8, and this ends up equaling 45 minus 14 and 5/8 is 30 and 3/8. And that was your area. A little bit of arithmetic, but you should be able to do that, and even without a calculator, just work on the side. So again, it's very important that you draw a sketch and try to be able to deal with these in terms of x and in terms of y. Okay, hope that helps.